I was always terrible at sports at school. I did learn how to do one thing, just to piss people off, that thing where you spin it on your finger. Yeah. But I learned to do it a special way. I learned to do it on my middle finger, just so I could do that in basketball, just to piss people off. That's enough games. Instead, let's talk about Game of Thrones. Ooh! Oh, shut up. The crowd goes wild. Lena Headey is the actress who plays Cersei Lannister in Game of Thrones. Now you'd think, with how popular that show is, Lena will be hounded for her autograph pretty much everywhere she went. But, according to the actress, no one really wants it because they don't like the character she plays on TV.
Put their heads on spikes outside the stables as a warning. The only way to keep the small folk loyal is to make certain they fear you more than they do the enemy. Remember that.
That's just stupid.
It is, but I would like to introduce you to a concept in philosophy and media theory known as hyperreality. Well, hyperreality basically is a general inability to tell the difference between fiction and the real world. I studied this briefly in university during my media course, because that's what I did at university. That's why I make YouTube videos now, because I went to university to do a degree in media, not in anything applicable or useful in real life. You hear about hyperreality and you think that's stupid, not being able to tell the difference between fiction and reality. What kind of stupid people do that? And you remember, those kind of people, they're older people, they probably watch soap operas, and they probably see Ian Beale as Ian Beale. I don't even know the actor's name.
How's Adam?
But they see him as Ian Beale, and that's the exact same concept as people who watch like YouTubers. Oh God. Ooh.
Take the call
Ahoy, hoy. All right, pal, what's up? I'm a bit busy today. I'm recording a video, like right now. Yes. I know, it's ever good anyway. Right, love you, bye. Sorry about that. So, are you familiar with the book The Matrix is based on? Because this discusses it quite a bit. Simulation and Simulacra.
No, I've only seen the film.
It's a book that explores the idea that if reality was a simulation, would we be able to tell the difference? Because any sufficiently real looking simulation is indistinguishable from reality.
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real?
I'm probably not doing it justice because I haven't studied it in about 5 years. But if you are, I'd recommend the book Simulation and Simulacra, which explores the concept. It's becoming more and more problematic with the amount of media that we consume, because if you think about it, have you ever seen, is it Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs, I believe it's called?
I've heard of it.
It's a big triangle and tells you everything a human being needs to live. So it includes the most basic things like food, water, light, and then it has things like entertainment and companionship. And if you look at the actual triangle, bar things like food, water, and light, everything else can be got online, which is why they think things like this are getting a little bit more like widespread, because you can basically spend your majority of your life online and get everything you need.
Has it ever gone bad for anyone?
Well, quite a few times. Yeah. One of my favourite examples is a guy called Alex Ferns. If you remember, he was Trevor in EastEnders. Basically, he played a character who beat his wife on TV, and he's voted one of the most hated soap characters of all time, because he genuinely was a very unpleasant and repugnant person on screen.
Please don't. Please don't!
Beg. I said beg.
The actor who played him on screen, Alex Ferns, was, according to most people, just a fairly nice guy. However, he reported, after he played that character on TV, he'd often get stopped in the street by little old women telling him, "Oh God, I can't believe what you did to little Mo. They'll get you." And even men tried squaring up to him and fighting him in the street, thinking he was a woman beater because he played one on TV. Another great example is Leonard Nimoy, who played Spock. He would report that because he played a science officer on TV, people who come up to him in the street couldn't comprehend that he wasn't as smart as Spock. So he would get like actual scientists and people from NASA approaching him and saying, "Will you read over my thesis?"
Please, Spock, do me a favor. And don't say it's fascinating. No. But it is interesting.
And obviously, he was an actor, he had no clue. So I think he got this stock line and he said, "I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings," because obviously the character of Spock meant a lot to people, and it'd probably hurt their feelings a little bit if they approached me thinking I'm a scientific peer, and then I just went, "I don't understand any of this." So what he'd do is he'd look at it and he'd very thoughtfully say, "It appears that you're on the right track, keep going and just hand it back.
That's fantastic.
But it is, but at the same time, that is a perfect example of what I mean. And then again, there's like Anthony Hopkins. I think his wife left him, or his girlfriend at the time, when he played Hannibal Lecter, because she couldn't look at him and see him as someone else within his character. It's difficult, and you do get attached to characters. And if you think about it, if you spend more time with the fictional counterpart than you do with the person who plays it, of course you're going to assume that, because at that point, to you, that's the real version of that person.
So Lena Headey gets a lot of this then?
Yeah, according to her, when she was at Comic-Con one year, people wouldn't let her sign their copies of Game of Thrones, and fans would actually snatch them back out of her hands. And she, why don't you want me to sign your book? Say, I don't like you. And she says she had to resort to grabbing them out of their hands because Peter Dinklage was at risk of being buried under all of the Game of Thrones books. You've got a book where I play one of the main characters in it. Do you not want my autograph? No, I don't like your character. I don't want it signed by Cersei Lannister.
Does this happen to her when she's just like out and about?
Yeah, according to her, there's an interview with Conan O'Brien where she says people have come up to her in the street and said, "You're a fucking bitch."
Fans, some of them really hate her, and they let you know that, don't they?
Yes. When you're
Yeah.
buying a table and someone's like, "You that bitch off."
But it is pretty harsh. But at the same time, she took it in her stride and said, "Well, I must be doing a good job then." Because it's similar to how, what is it, the guy who played Joffrey, I forget his name, is it Jack Gleeson?
Yeah.
He got a letter, didn't he, saying from George R.R. Martin, "Congratulations on making Joffrey the most hated character on TV."
Leave her face. I like her pretty.
He's got such a shitty rat face. It's fun to hate him, but in reality, apparently he's a really super nice guy. But I don't think he got it as bad as Lena Headey, because obviously he's only in a few seasons. Spoilers, if you're watching a video at Game of Thrones. It's on season 7. If you managed to avoid that spoiler, congratulations on your new home under that big rock. I love the idea that people dislike Cersei Lannister so much. They will meet an actress from a show they evidently love, and they hate Cersei so much, they're just, "I don't want your autograph."
They'll just call her a fucking bitch.
To her face. That's the worst part. She just stood there like, she's a really nice, just happy-go-lucky actress walking down the street. "You're a fucking bitch." And she's like, "Thank you." She's got to take it so hard. Cersei, she might be a bit evil in the show, but that's just rude. I think we can all agree.
But people get that mad at you?
Yes, or people say, "I love her," and I kind of worry more for them.
So can you do us a nice like, comment, subscribe?
Do a nice...
Not a really fast one, a nice, careful one.
So do a proper like, comment, subscribe. Okay. Like, comment, subscribe! Nailed it!
People are enjoying your stories. Can we get another one?
Yeah, sure. What about?
Didn't you used to work in a hotel?
I did work in a hotel.
Do you have any stories from when you worked in a hotel?
I've got a great story about a guy who ordered a room service.
Sounds riveting.
It is. I don't think anyone would buy that book if it was a title. I would definitely judge that book by its cover, The Man Who Ordered Room Service. So when I worked in a hotel, I did everything. My job was basically the gopher. It was only a little one, so I sometimes had to run the food, had to make the drinks, make the coffee. And I always said that if there's room service, I want to be the guy who takes room service up. You get the best stories out of doing room service because you get some right weirdos staying in hotels. Plus, as well, sometimes you get tips. And we had a guy who ordered 2 sandwiches and a bowl of chips. Knock on the door. Just one guy opens the thing. "Ah, hello, sir. Got your sandwiches here for you." He goes, "Oh, great. Just put them on the table over there." So I put them down on the table and say, "Is the wife here this evening, sir?" He goes, "Oh, no. Just here on my own. There's 2 sandwiches." I went, "Oh, yes, I just wanted 2 sandwiches." "Oh, okay. Do you have anything planned for this evening then?" He went, "Oh, no. I'm just watching the football." "Okay." And he said, "Oh, you're confused. Yes, my wife doesn't like it when I watch the football, so I thought I'd book a hotel." "So you booked a hotel to watch football?" He went, "Yeah, I don't want to go to the pub." "That is amazing." "Yeah, it's a good idea, isn't it?" He went, "So what's with the 2 sandwiches?" I went, "Oh, well, sometimes you've got to have 2 sandwiches." My life changed. That was like, so I went, "Oh my God, sometimes you do have to have 2 sandwiches." And he went, "Yeah, so I'm just going to eat my sandwich, watch the football, and then after half time, I went, second sandwich. He's like, yes, you've got it. I went, oh my, you have changed my life, sir. Have a good evening. Is there anything else I can get for you? Well, I've got 2 sandwiches, so I think I'm pretty much done. What a legend. Imagine, you don't need anything else. He's so content. It's like, I've got my... It's like I asked him, genuinely, like, you're in a hotel, we can get anything for you. It's like, I can bring anything up. It's like, no, I'm good. Just so content at the idea. Because you've got 1 sandwich, then you've got a second sandwich. That is an idea. For anyone out there, is like $1 million idea. Second sandwich.
A sandwich shop where when you buy one, you just get another one.
That's It's like when you buy a foot-long Subway before a night out. You eat 1/2 before the night out. When you're getting drunk, and then you have the second sandwich. It's like, oh, yes. Imagine, for some people, that'd be, he'd go to his mate's house and he'd spend all evening going, oh, my wife, do you want me to watch football? Oh, complaining about the missus. That's something. I was like, oh no, I'd book a hotel, get myself 2 sandwiches, bowl of chips, glass of Coke, watch it, have a great night's sleep, and go home. What done? That guy changed my life. 'Cause I talked to him like, oh my God, you're my favourite person.